In those bags, police found body parts. Around 5 this morning, Timlin investigators, just minutes from yesterday's scenes, westbound I-94 and Fred Highway, where they found clothing and charred paperwork, trying to determine the bags. Our detectives went out on scene. It appears to be related to the incident. We're sorting through that, and again, it's something we, hope to check more everything out. But it appears to just be related. This has so many questions remain. Investigators are hoping an autopsy will provide some report to solve this case. The head that we had in this case, what was its condition? It was decapitated at the shoulders and partially burned. Any bruising on the face that would prevent identification. It was difficult, yes. The brutality that would have been done to this victim is astounding. Who can not only kill someone, but then spend days attempting to dispose of the body of a human being, attempting to use chemicals to presumably dissolve parts, failing at it, and then using power tools instead, sneakily sawing through tissue and bone, through muscle and cartilage, taking piece by piece, part by part, placing them into black garbage bags, and moving them outside into a vehicle without being seen, to later dump them by the side of the road. What kind of person could do this? And what kind of ailment could cause them to do it? Clearly, something is wrong with someone who can do a deed of this nature. After all, whatever we hear of horribly violent crimes like this, the natural first instinct is to assign and dissociate some sort of severe mental illness to it. Psychological layers are great at naming and describing things after the fact, but we as human beings like to give things names so that we feel we understand them better. But some actions are simply inexplicable. Some things just cannot be explained with a label. By now, with the label, you've probably started to put the pieces together of this human jigsaw puzzle. A mother and a son riddled with guilt. A son already suffering from addiction and mental illness. 32 years of being trapped in a prison of your own mind. A mind that doesn't work the way it should. That doesn't do what you need it to do. By now, you're probably thinking that Ramsey had had enough. And that his illness may have gotten the better of him. You may be thinking that he snapped. That he snapped and murdered his mother. But that is not at all what happened here. Plot twist. Deputies are now saying we met are that of a white male. We're tracking down missing people. We're waiting for the tips to come in. Thursday afternoon along Fredmore Highway and Ellington Road, a middle-aged, heavy-set white woman was seen dumping the bags out of her mid-90 SUV, Chevrolet Trailblazer. Investigators are going to track that woman down. On January 31st, 2017, approximately 8:30 p.m., working with the St. Clair County Sheriff's Department, put Donna K. Scriba, male-female, into custody, protection of dismemberment and removal, a 32-year-old male in the city.
St. Clair Shores Police Department and St. Clair
Police Department and
investigators
executed two search warrants. Crime Lab assistant investigating processing residents with suspected homicide and disfigurement of race to people. Evidence taken to the Michigan State Police Crime Lab and things for processing. The warrant request was presented to Holmes County Prosecutor's Office for review, and the following charges were authorized: dead bodies, dismemberment, disinterment, mutilation, a 10-year felony, and count 2 of removing a dead body, 1-year misdemeanor. Ms. Regal was arraigned on February 3rd, 2014 for Mark Petticonjoli. Bail was set at $100,000 for scrutiny. John scrutiny was after arraignment. Preliminary exam is set for February 14, 2014 at 8:30 in the morning. These charges that were brought are not the end of the case. We are still working diligently on a murder investigation at this time, and this time the investigation is ongoing. Next time on Sword and Scale. You know, basically, he was gone to buy cigarettes. He was gone to buy cigarettes, and he never came home. Donnie indicated at that time, you know, that she's a very private person, that she wanted to keep this as a private matter. I'm convincing a report on my son.
Season 4,
Episode 100 of Sword and Scale. A show that reveals that the worst monsters are real. We put everything we can into every single episode of this show. We do our best to make every episode your new favorite episode. But this is our 100th, and it's an important milestone, a testament to the incredible amount of support that we've received over the past 3.5 years. If you're caught up, then that means you've listened to over 100 hours of this program. On behalf of our whole team, we are humbled and thankful for your presence. You are the reason that we can do this. So, for our 100th episode, we have something very special for you. It's a story that I think manages to combine just about everything our fans love about Sword and Scale. And it's a story that will haunt you and have you asking questions about your surroundings, about your relationship, about your very state of mind, and about what we have the potential to become. What evil can lie deep inside of us, hidden and waiting. Thursday, January 30th, 2014, two women are driving around before heading home to pick up their kids from elementary school in St. Clark County, Michigan, when they spot some garbage bags on the side of the road. For some reason, it didn't seem like a careless driver had just tossed trash out of a car. The bags didn't seem to be full of garbage. In fact, they appeared to contain deer parts, and the women assumed that a poacher had butchered the deer and then tossed the carcass. But when they pulled up alongside of the trash bags, the woman in the passenger seat could hardly believe what lay in front of her. The driver exited the vehicle and walked around to see it for herself, resting in the snow on the side of the road, poking out of a bag was a decapitated human head. The women called 911, and St. Clair County officers responded shortly thereafter. There was a car that came in yesterday around 4:30, and the report was that somebody was flagged. They were dumping trash alongside of the road. When investigators came out to check it out, that's when they found body parts in several different garbage bags. Detective Stephen Rickard greeted one of the desks in charge and approached one of the trash bags. As he got closer, he saw what appeared to be a human foot. You indicate is a human foot? Yes. Would you describe, based on the roadway itself, where it is? It is near the west shoulder of Hamilton, a still in the paw portion. Is it visible? Yes. Covered up at all? No. Is it in a bag? Partially. Would you describe the bag? Black garbage bag. Are you able to? I know it's a stupid question, but but does it look like a human foot to you? Is it clear to you? Very clear. Did you look any further into the bag at this point? No, I did not. At this point, I asked him if anyone had checked out, because like I said, it just looked like something bloody. I wasn't sure if a deer was struck by a car or what. He indicated to me, no, I didn't see it. It was a thigh portion. Going back to the foot. The foot is in a bag. Do you look into the bag? Is there any other bag, any other item? Yes, sir, there are several bags. You'll eventually come to know what's in those bags, right? A human foot and a human thigh are laying in the road at the roadway at the northwest corner of the intersection of Fred Moore Highway and Allentown Road in St. Clair County, Michigan. Lying about 150 yards away on the southeast corner of that intersection were human buttocks. And this sick human puzzle was still missing pieces. At the moment in that general area, are there any other body parts discovered? Yes, as we continued northbound, we discovered more. Would you take the court through each one as you found them?
The next area was north, this on the east side.
On the east side of the roadway, there's another garbage bag and what appears to be a torso and human ribs that have been caught in several directions. They were outside the bag when we found them.
Was the bag still there?
Was the bag still there?
Bag for the ribs?
The bag for the ribs? No, I did not find that.
The next item up from that one then?
The next item up from that one then? The next item up would have been partially outside the bag.
Several other bags.
And several other bags. Some paperwork. And I could see a corpse.
In this general area then?
In this general area then. Any other parts, any other scenes found. North of the head and the power tool was a pile of organs and blood. Were they in a bag or were they protruding from the bag? Both. At about 4:30 the next morning, a retired police sergeant found another garbage bag not far from the intersection where the body parts were located. There was an item found a distance away. Will you describe to the court how that came about and who it was? Early morning. I was leaving across about 4:30 in the morning. A retired state police sergeant was traveling on the freeway and I heard about the crime scene the previous day and noticed the bag scene about the on-ramp and found that there were some charred items in it. On I-94 and what? 3rd mile, okay.
And you indicated that he stopped to take a look at
And you indicated that he stopped to take a look at it. When it would be related to our scene and contact.
What officers were sent from your
What
office
officers were sent from your office then to pick it up? Yes, first road officers. And then they called in.
And eventually what was
discovered inside that bag. Part of the packaging for a sieve saw, some clothing. It appeared to be burned, at least partially. Those items were all done and collected.
Bag by bag.
Bag by bag.
Part by part.
part by part.
Tag 36012.
What was in tag 36012?
White garbage bag.
White garbage bag.
Place the body.
Which they place the body.
Number 3 contained the chest and ribs.
Number 3 contained the chest and
What
ribs.
was that on tag 36013?
What was that in tag 36013? Garbage bag removed from the scene.